Have you ever wondered why certain thoughts keep popping up in your head? Why some voices inside you never fall silent? Perhaps you feel drawn to this topic, as if by an invisible force that has led you here, as if the universe itself were your guide. This journey we are about to embark on together could be the beginning of a profound change in your life. Self-talks, they are the constant dialogues we have in our heads. They may be quiet, sometimes barely audible, but they shape your every experience, your every decision. What exactly is self-talk? They are the words you whisper to yourself, the stories you tell yourself, the thoughts that accompany you day and night. They are far more than mere words, they are the seeds from which your reality grows. Dr. Joe Dispenza, a pioneer in the field of neuroscience and quantum physics, has recognized that these inner dialogues have the power to steer your life in unexpected directions. His work shows how our thoughts not only influence our feelings, but can actually shape the world around us. Yes, you heard right, your thoughts, those fleeting, often unconscious patterns in your mind, have the power to shape your entire reality. But what does that mean for you? It means that by changing the way you talk to yourself, you can take back control of your life. You can rewrite the stories you tell yourself and create a new, more fulfilling reality. And this is where our journey begins. We will dive deep into the world of self-talk and discover how you can use this inner power to steer your life in a new, bright direction. Prepare to open the door to a new consciousness, because now we come to one of the most fascinating aspects of this journey, how the power of thought shapes your reality. In the coming chapters, we'll look at exactly how you can harness this power for yourself. But before that, let's take a closer look at the fundamentals that Dr. Dispenza has revealed in his groundbreaking work. Because understanding these fundamentals is the key to transformation. Science has been trying to unlock the secrets of our minds for centuries, but only in recent decades have neuroscience and quantum physics begun to reveal the true power of our thoughts. These disciplines show us that our thoughts are more than just fleeting flashes of inspiration, they are the creative forces that shape our reality. Neuroscience is concerned with the structure and function of our brain. They have discovered that every thought we think triggers a neurochemical process. When you have a thought, a certain group of neurons in your brain is activated and interconnected. The more often you think a particular thought, the stronger this connection becomes, and the more likely you are to think that thought again. So your brain is literally molded by your thoughts. These processes are not just fleeting, they leave physical traces in your brain, they shape who you are. Quantum physics, the science of the very smallest, has shown us that reality is not as solid and rigid as we perceive it to be. In the subatomic realm, where the rules of classical physics no longer apply, particles behave in ways that suggest that the observer influences reality. Dr. Joe Dispenza has taken these findings and developed them further by showing that our thoughts can have a similar effect, they shape the world we experience. Your thoughts are not just reactions to the world around you, they are the forces that help shape that world. And how are thoughts and emotions connected? Your thoughts evoke emotions, and these emotions send chemical signals through your body. For example, a negative thought can trigger a stress response, your body produces hormones such as cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones affect your health and well-being. However, when you think positive thoughts, your brain releases happiness hormones such as dopamine and serotonin, which put your entire system in a state of well-being. Dr. Joe Dispenza has described this impressively in his research and books such as You Are the Placebo. He shows how people can improve not only their emotional states but also their physical health by consciously changing their thoughts. Dispenza cites numerous examples of people who have experienced healings through targeted thought work and meditation that are considered inexplicable from a medical point of view. In his workshops and seminars, he documents cases of people who have overcome illness, improved their quality of life and transformed their lives in ways they previously thought impossible. This science and its findings are not only fascinating, but also empowering. They give you the knowledge and tools to change your thoughts and transform your reality. In the next chapter, we will dive deep into the subconscious mind to understand how these changes can be anchored in the long term. At the very core of your being lies a force that influences your daily life in ways you may never have consciously realized, your subconscious mind. It is the invisible engine that drives your thoughts, feelings, and actions. But what exactly is the subconscious mind, and how does it play such a crucial role in your life? The subconscious mind is like a huge memory archive in which all your experiences, beliefs, and thought patterns are stored. It acts largely autonomously without you realizing it and influences around 95% of your daily decisions and actions. Every reaction, every feeling you have is filtered through this unconscious system. It is the invisible force that pushes you forward or holds you back, guiding you toward certain decisions and holding you back from others. Your self-talk, those constant inner monologues you have with yourself, are the tools you use to program this powerful subconscious mind. Every time you say something to yourself, you are sending a message deep into your subconscious. These messages become beliefs over time, and these beliefs influence your behavior. If you constantly tell yourself that you are not good enough, your subconscious mind will begin to accept this as truth and you will start to behave accordingly. But in the same way, you can use your subconscious mind to bring about positive changes in your life. Self-talk is the key to changing the programming of your subconscious mind. It's not just about what you say, but how often you say it and with what emotional intensity. Repetition is the way to establish new thought patterns. Your subconscious needs constant reassurance to anchor new beliefs. If you keep saying positive, uplifting things to yourself, your subconscious mind will start to adopt these new messages and your behavior will change accordingly. The emotional intensity with which you associate these new thoughts and self-talk further reinforces the process. Emotions are like the glue that fixes thoughts in your subconscious. The stronger the emotional connection to a thought, the deeper it becomes anchored in your subconscious. For example, if you associate a positive affirmation with a feeling of deep joy or relief, that affirmation will be much more effective than if you just repeat it mechanically. In his work, Dr. Joe Dispenza repeatedly emphasizes the power of the combination of repetition and emotional intensity. Through these two elements, you can specifically reprogram your subconscious and take back control of your life. By consciously choosing what you say to yourself and charging these new thoughts with intense, positive emotions, you can begin to break old, negative patterns and establish new, empowering beliefs. In the next chapter, we'll explore how negative self-talk keeps us stuck in old patterns and how we can replace them with new, positive conversations. Because reprogramming your subconscious mind is the key to creating the reality you truly desire. Imagine standing in front of a mirror and seeing not only your reflection, but also all the thoughts and beliefs you've been telling yourself over the years. What do you see? Maybe phrases like, "I'm not good enough," "I'll never make it," or "I'll always fail," pop up. This negative self-talk may seem harmless, like fleeting thoughts floating around in your head, but they are much more than that. They are the building blocks of a reality that keeps you trapped in a web of fear, doubt, and self-sabotage. A classic example of negative self-talk is the phrase, "I'm not good enough." This phrase could have arisen from various experiences in your life, perhaps from outside criticism, perhaps from failures or disappointments you have experienced. Every time you think this thought, you send a message to your subconscious. It begins to accept this message as truth and directs your behavior accordingly. You may find yourself in situations where you are holding yourself back, doubting your own abilities or sabotaging yourself, all because deep inside you is this thought that you are not enough. Negative thought patterns like these have the power to shape your entire reality. They put a dark filter on your perception of the world. Everything you experience is viewed through this filter of negativity. Success is dismissed as coincidence, failure as confirmation of your negative beliefs. And so your life begins to develop in a direction that gives you more and more evidence that these negative thoughts are true. It's a vicious cycle in which your thoughts shape your reality and your reality in turn confirms your thoughts. But the effects go even deeper. Negative self-talk is often closely linked to stress and anxiety. When you constantly think negative thoughts, this triggers a stress response in your body. Your brain releases stress hormones such as cortisol and adrenaline, which put you in a state of constant alert. This state is helpful for a short time when you are in an actual dangerous situation, but if it becomes chronic, it can have devastating effects on your health. Long-term stress can lead to a variety of health problems, including high blood pressure, heart disease, weakened immune systems, and even depression. Anxiety is another side effect of this negative self-talk. When you constantly expect the worst to happen, you begin to perceive the world as a threatening place. This constant fear limits your ability to act, prevents you from taking on new challenges, and keeps you in a state of rigidity. Your body reacts to this fear by switching into survival mode, which in turn increases the release of stress hormones. But there is a way out of this cycle. By starting to become aware of this negative self-talk and replacing it with positive, empowering thoughts, you can reshape your reality. In the next chapter, we'll look at exactly that. How you can use the power of positive self-talk to steer your life in a completely new direction and free yourself from the shackles of negativity. You now understand how negative self-talk can shape your reality and keep you trapped in a cycle of fear, doubt, and stress. But now it's time to change direction, away from these destructive patterns and towards a life filled with positive energy, confidence, and joy. The key is to consciously reshape your self-talk. It's a powerful shift that can change your life from the ground up. The first step on this journey is to switch from negative to positive self-talk. This means becoming aware of your inner voice and actively choosing to stop negative thought patterns and replace them with positive, empowering thoughts. For example, if you notice the thought, "I am not good enough," coming up, you can consciously replace it with a positive thought such as, "I am capable and strong." This change may be unfamiliar at first and requires practice, but the more often you repeat these positive thoughts, the more firmly they become anchored in your subconscious. But how exactly can you make this change? This is where various techniques for reprogramming your mind come into play. Two of the most effective methods are affirmations and visualization. Affirmations are positive statements that you say to yourself over and over again until they become an integral part of your thinking. For example, an affirmation could be, "I am successful and fill my life with joy." It is important that you formulate affirmations in the present tense, as if what you are saying is already a reality. This signals to your subconscious mind that these new thoughts are already true, and it begins to adapt your behavior accordingly. Repeat your affirmations daily, preferably several times a day, so that they become deeply anchored in your consciousness. Visualization is another powerful technique. It uses the power of your imagination to create the reality you want. Sit in a quiet room, close your eyes and visualize what your life will look like when your affirmations come true. See yourself successful, happy and full of self-confidence. The more vivid and detailed you visualize these scenarios, the stronger the effect on your subconscious will be. Combine the visualization with intense positive feelings to intensify the effect. Your mind cannot distinguish between reality and imagination. The more you immerse yourself in these positive images, the more your subconscious mind begins to accept them as reality. To effectively integrate these techniques into your everyday life, there are some simple exercises that you can practice daily. 1. Morning affirmations. Start your day with a positive focus. Repeat your affirmations immediately after waking up to set your mind for success and joy. 2. Mirror work. Stand in front of a mirror, look yourself in the eye and say your affirmations out loud. This exercise may be unfamiliar at first, but it has a profound effect as you are saying the words directly to your own reflection. 3. Visualization before going to bed. Use the time just before you go to sleep to visualize your desired reality. Your mind is particularly receptive in this state, and the images you put in your head before falling asleep will continue to work in your subconscious throughout the night. These simple but powerful techniques can help you to transform your thinking and therefore your life. It requires patience and consistency, but the rewards are great. By consciously engaging in positive self-talk, you will begin to create a new reality, one characterized by strength, love and success. In the next chapter, we'll look at how meditation and mindfulness can further support these positive changes and help you to connect more deeply with your inner self. Now that you've learned about the transformative power of positive self-talk, let's turn to a practice that takes this process to a deeper level: meditation and mindfulness. Dr. Joe Dispenza has repeatedly emphasized in his work how powerful meditation can be in changing the brain and increasing positive self-talk. But what exactly does this mean, and how can you integrate these practices into your life? Meditation, as taught by Dr. Joe Dispenza, is far more than just a technique for relaxation. It is a tool that allows you to expand your consciousness and dive deep into your subconscious. Through meditation, you can recognize the old, negative thought patterns that have been holding you back and replace them with new, empowering beliefs. Dispenza describes this process as a kind of reprogramming of the brain, where you break old neural connections and build new, positive ones. During meditation, your brain enters a state known as theta state, a state of deep relaxation that usually occurs just before you fall asleep or when you wake up. In this state, your subconscious is particularly receptive to new thoughts and ideas. Here you have the opportunity to anchor your positive self-talk on a deep, almost magical level. By repeating your affirmations during meditation or vividly imagining the reality you want, you can literally rewire your brain. Dr. Dispenza's research shows that regular meditation actually physically changes the brain. Through the process of neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to change itself, new neural networks are created that are linked to positive thoughts and feelings. These new networks are strengthened through repetition and emotional intensity, resulting in your new, positive thought patterns becoming the new norm in your life. But how can you integrate meditation and mindfulness into your everyday life to support this process? Here are some practical tips. 1. Daily meditation practice. Start by making time for meditation every day. It doesn't have to be long, even 10 to 15 minutes can make a big difference. Find a quiet place, sit comfortably, close your eyes and focus on your breath. Let all thoughts come and go without holding on to them. Once you are relaxed, you can start to repeat your affirmations or visualize the desired outcomes of your life. 2. Mindfulness in everyday life. Mindfulness means living in the here and now and consciously experiencing every moment. You can integrate mindfulness into your everyday life by performing simple activities such as eating, walking, or even breathing consciously and mindfully. When you notice negative thoughts arising, acknowledge them but let them move on and return to a positive thought or affirmation. 3. Guided meditations. If you are new to meditation or need support, guided meditations can be very helpful. Dr. Joe Dispenza offers a series of guided meditations specifically designed to change the brain and increase positive self-talk. These meditations guide you through the process and help you to connect more deeply with your subconscious mind. 4. Morning and evening rituals. Use the first and last minutes of your day for meditation. These are the times when your mind is most receptive. Start your day with a short meditation to align yourself with positive thoughts and intentions, and end it with a meditation that puts you in a state of gratitude and calm. By integrating meditation and mindfulness into your life, you not only create the foundation for positive self-talk, but you also strengthen your connection to your inner self. This practice allows you to let go of old, limiting patterns and create a new reality characterized by love, joy, and inner peace. In the next chapter, we will look at creating a new identity, an identity that is fully aligned with your new, positive thoughts and beliefs. Imagine if you could create a completely new version of yourself, one that embodies everything you have ever wanted. An identity that goes through life with courage, confidence, love and joy. This thought may seem like a distant dream at first, but the truth is that you have the power to do just that. Changing your reality starts with changing your identity, and positive self-talk is the key to this profound change. Identity is far more than just the sum of your beliefs and thoughts. It is the foundation on which your entire reality is built. Your identity determines how you see the world, how you respond to challenges, and what opportunities you see or ignore in your life. If you believe that you are a victim of circumstance, then that is exactly how your reality will play out, as a world in which you have little control. However, when you redefine your identity based on self-empowerment and positivity, you open the door to unlimited possibilities. Positive self-talk plays a central role in creating this new identity. By consciously choosing what thoughts you think about yourself and your life, you begin to change the foundation of your identity. Instead of telling yourself that you are weak, insecure, or incapable, you begin to tell yourself that you are strong, confident, and capable. These new thoughts send powerful signals to your subconscious mind and reprogram it. Over time, this new programming will overwrite your old identity and you will begin to live as the person you always wanted to be. A powerful example of the power of identity change is the story of Joe Dispenza himself. After suffering serious injuries in an accident that nearly cost him his life, he was faced with a choice. He could either accept the diagnosis that told him he would never walk again, or he could create a new identity, an identity as a healthy, healed person. Dispenza chose the latter. Through intense self-talk, visualization and meditation, he began to manifest his healing. Every day he visualized how he could walk again, how his spine was regenerating, and he gave himself courage and healing. Against all medical prognosis, he made a full recovery and was able to walk again. This experience inspired him to dedicate his life to exploring the power of the mind and identity. There are also numerous examples in the history of other people of how changing one's identity can radically transform one's life. People who for years saw themselves as victims of their circumstances began to see themselves as creators of their reality. Through the power of positive self-talk and meditation, they reshaped their identity from the ground up, changing their reality. They have launched careers they never dared to dream of, healed and fulfilled relationships that were previously full of conflict, and found a deep sense of fulfillment and happiness that previously seemed unattainable. The process of creating a new identity is not completed overnight, but it begins with a simple decision, the decision to no longer be defined by old, limiting beliefs. It is the decision to take responsibility for your thoughts and consciously choose new thoughts that support the person you want to become. This decision, which you make over and over again, is what solidifies your new identity and ultimately leads you to the reality you have always wanted. In the next chapter, we will look at the importance of community and environment, because your identity is not only shaped by your inner beliefs, but also by the people and circumstances you surround yourself with. We will explore how you can create a supportive environment that nurtures and strengthens your new identity. We are social beings, deeply woven into the networks of relationships and environmental influences that surround us. The people in our lives, the places we spend time, and the information we take in all have a profound impact on our thoughts, our self-talk, and ultimately our identity. In this chapter, we dive into the powerful impact of community and environment on our personal transformation and explore how you can create a supportive environment that nurtures and strengthens your newfound identity. The people we spend our time with play a crucial role in how we see ourselves and how we think about ourselves. If you constantly surround yourself with people who think negatively, criticize you or talk down your dreams, then it's hard to maintain positive self-talk. Their words and actions act as an echo that reinforces your own inner doubts and fears. In such environments, it becomes almost impossible to bring about the change you desire. Your self-talk is unconsciously influenced by the negative voices around you, and your subconscious begins to accept these negative influences as your own reality. Conversely, a supportive community can work wonders. When you are surrounded by people who encourage you, believe in you and share your vision, it has a positive effect on your self-talk. These people reinforce your positive beliefs and help you to consolidate your new, positive thought patterns. They act as an amplifier of your own inner voice, showing you that you are not alone on this journey and that it is possible to achieve the changes you have set out to make. A supportive community not only provides emotional support, but also inspiration and motivation. When you see people who have overcome their own obstacles and are living their dreams, you are inspired to do the same. Their successes remind you that you too have the ability to change your reality. In such environments, positive self-talk and the creation of a new identity can progress with greater ease and joy. But how can you create such a supportive and nurturing environment? Here are some tips to help you. 1. Consciously choose your community. Be mindful of the people you spend your time with. Actively seek out people who radiate positive energy, who strive for growth and change themselves, and who support your visions and goals. It's not always easy to change existing relationships, but sometimes it's necessary to further your own development. 2. Surround yourself with positive influences. This doesn't just mean people, but also the media you consume, the books you read, and the places you spend time in. Consciously choose content that inspires, motivates, and supports you in your growth. Avoid negative messages and toxic environments that could diminish your energy and positivity. 3. Create a positive space. Your physical space can have a profound effect on your inner well-being. Design your environment to support you, perhaps with inspirational quotes, calming colors, or reminders of your goals. A space where you feel comfortable and safe will help you to practice positive self-talk and meditation. 4. Find a community of like-minded people. Join groups or attend events that are attended by people who have similar goals and values. These could be meditation groups, workshops, or online communities. Sharing with like-minded people can make you feel part of a larger movement, which supports your own process of transformation. 5. Set boundaries. Learn to set boundaries when it comes to negative influences. This doesn't mean you have to immediately ban all negative people from your life, but it can mean reducing contact with them or making a conscious decision not to have certain conversations that could undermine your positivity. By creating an environment that supports your positive transformation, you ensure that your new thought patterns and identity have the best possible chance to solidify and flourish. Such an environment acts like fertile soil in which your new beliefs can take root and grow. In the next chapter, we will look at the challenges and setbacks that can occur along the way and develop strategies to overcome them and stay on your path of transformation. The path to change is rarely a straight and easy path. We often encounter challenges and setbacks along the way that might tempt us to give up or fall back into old, negative patterns. However, these obstacles are not signs of failure, but rather tests that help us to become stronger and consolidate our new identity. In this chapter, we will look at how you can deal with these setbacks and resistance to stay on your path of transformation. It is normal that old thought patterns that you have nurtured over the years do not simply dissolve. They have become deeply embedded in your subconscious and will fight back if you try to replace them with positive self-talk. You may encounter situations where old, negative thoughts resurface even though you have worked hard to change them. This can seem discouraging, but it's important to recognize that such setbacks are part of the process. They offer you the opportunity to test and strengthen your new beliefs. The first step in dealing with setbacks is to accept them without judging yourself for them. Recognize that change takes time and that every setback is an opportunity to grow. If you notice old negative self-talk resurfacing, be aware of it, but don't give it power over you. Remind yourself that you have the ability to consciously choose which thoughts you want to nurture. Redirect your attention back to the positive self-talk you have adopted and repeat it until it overrides the old patterns again. One of the biggest challenges in changing self-talk is maintaining motivation and progress, especially when the results are not immediately visible. In moments like these, it's helpful to remind yourself of the reason you started this journey. What motivated you to change your thoughts and your identity? Keep this motivation alive by regularly reflecting on how far you have already come and being aware of small successes. These successes, however small they may seem, are signs that you are on the right track. Another strategy for maintaining motivation is to set yourself clear, achievable goals. Instead of expecting to experience a complete transformation overnight, divide your journey into smaller stages. These stages could be daily affirmations, regular meditation, or setting boundaries against negative influences. Every small success you achieve gives you the energy to keep going and strive for bigger changes. It is also important to develop a strong inner resilience. Resilience means that you are able to pick yourself up after a setback and keep going. One way to strengthen resilience is to practice mindfulness. When you are mindful, you learn to stay in the moment without letting negative thoughts or emotions overwhelm you. Mindfulness allows you to look at challenges objectively and not see them as personal failures, but as part of your journey. Another way to stay on track is to seek regular support. This can be through a mentor, a supportive community, or by reading inspirational books and articles. The experiences and wisdom of others can help you gain new perspectives and give you courage when you encounter resistance. Finally, it is important to be patient with yourself. Change takes time, and the journey to creating a new identity is an ongoing process. There will be days when you find it easy to live your new beliefs and other days when it is more difficult. But every step you take, big or small, brings you closer to your goal. Remember, every challenge, every setback is an opportunity to continue growing and consolidating your new identity. By consciously drawing on your positive self-talk and utilizing the strategies we've discussed, you'll be able to stay on your path of transformation, even when the going gets tough. In the next and final chapter, we'll look at closure and summarize the practical steps you can take to manifest your new reality permanently. Our journey through the world of self-talk and the power of the mind is coming to an end, but your own journey of transformation is just beginning. Let's recap the key points that will help you to permanently change your reality and create a new, fulfilling identity. We have begun to understand the fundamental importance of your self-talk. These inner monologues you have every day are far more than mere thoughts. They are the creative force that shapes your life. By consciously directing your thoughts, you can replace negative patterns with positive, empowering beliefs. The science behind this process, particularly findings from neuroscience and quantum physics, shows us that our thoughts not only change our brains, but also the reality we experience. Dr. Joe Dispenza has illustrated these principles in his work and given us tools to reprogram our subconscious. We have also illuminated the importance of the subconscious mind, which acts as the driving force behind our beliefs and actions. Through targeted positive self-talk and the power of repetition, supported by emotional intensity, you can reprogram your subconscious in a way that supports your new, desired identity. Of course, there was also the consideration of the challenges that can occur along the way and the strategies to overcome these obstacles. Setbacks are not defeats, but opportunities to continue to grow and solidify your new beliefs. Now that you have all this knowledge inside you, it's time to take action. Changing your self-talk starts today, right now. Start by becoming aware of what thoughts are floating around in your head. When you notice a negative thought, stop and replace it with a positive one. Be patient with yourself, because this new way of thinking takes practice and consistency. The journey to changing your reality is not a sprint, but a marathon where every step counts. One way to get started right away is to establish a daily routine that includes positive self-talk, meditation, and mindfulness. You may want to meditate for a few minutes in the morning and evening to calm your mind and focus your thoughts on what you really want to manifest in your life. Use affirmations to reinforce your new beliefs and incorporate them into your daily routine, whether it's at breakfast, on the way to work, or before bed. If you want to dive deeper into this transformative practice, there are numerous resources to help you on your way. Dr. Joe Dispenza offers a variety of books, meditations, and courses specifically designed to support you in transforming your thoughts and your reality. Books such as Become Supernatural or You Are the Placebo give you deep insights into the theory and practice behind these methods. His guided meditations are especially helpful if you need support to get into a deep meditative state and anchor your new beliefs. Dr. Dispenza's courses and workshops offer you the opportunity to learn and grow in a supportive community, surrounded by like-minded people who are walking the same path of transformation. These experiences can not only deepen your knowledge, but also strengthen your motivation as you walk your new path in life. You now have the knowledge and tools to steer your life in a new direction. The first step is up to you. Start changing your thoughts today and you will see your reality evolve bit by bit in the direction you desire. Finally, I would like to encourage you to start this journey with openness and curiosity. Trust that you have the ability to shape your reality and become the person you want to be. The world you dream of is just a thought away.